a chance to win $1 million. All they have to do is prove that they are smarter than a fifth grader. It's that easy. All right, let's meet our class. Kyle, Jacob, Alana, Spencer, and Marky. You ready to meet your new classmate?
Yeah!
He is a 35-year-old music technologist who attended St. Pascal Grammar School in Chicago. Welcome, Steve Nalepa.
Hey, Jeff.
Hello, Steve. How
Hello,
are you?
I'm doing great. All right.
Welcome to our classroom.
Oh, look at
The
that.
grammar school, nice hair. Why is every school picture like on a bad hair day?
You know, they all were bad hair days back then.
Well, you're kind of still having a bad hair day.
it's
aren't you,
true.
Steve? All right. You actually went to Yale,
That is true.
an Ivy League grad, 3.6 GPA. Wow. Well, welcome to our fifth grade classroom. These are your new classmates.
Hi, guys.
You're actually going to be able to cheat off of them during the course of this game, but right now, pick one of them and let's get started.
Oh, boy. I think I'm going to go with Kyle.
Kyle, come on up here.
Yeah, buddy. Let's do this.
Steve, let me tell you how this game works. On the board, you're going to see 10 subjects. They range from first grade through the fifth grade. You can pick them in any order you like. Your first correct answer is worth $1,000. The 10th question, should you answer it correctly, is worth $500,000. You aced this test, and I'm sure with a GPA like that, you've aced a lot of tests in your life. We're going to give you an additional grade school question that will be worth $1 million. Now, so far, we have not had a $1 million winner. So if this test gets to be too difficult at any point, you can drop out of school, okay?
All right.
You can take the money and run, but before you do, you have to promise me you will look into that camera and tell the entire world I am not smarter than a fifth grader.
All right.
We got a
promise.
deal?
We got a deal.
Did you ever think about dropping out of Yale?
No, not really.
Let's find out. Is Steve Nalepa smarter than a fifth grader? All right, Steve. There are your 10 subjects. Pick your first one and let's play for $1,000.
Well, I think I'm going to go with math. That seems to be my strongest.
Fourth grade
Let's go with math. Fourth grade math.
Bypassing the first, second, and third grades. Well, I can see why. It says here you were a member of the math club.
I was the president of the math
President
club.
of the math club. All right, here we go. Steve, the $1,000 question is, if a car is traveling at 40 miles per hour, how long will it take to go 190 miles? If a car is traveling at 40 mph, how long will it take to go 190 miles? Kyle just locked in his answer. All right, now, during the course of the game, you have two cheats. You have a peek and a copy. With a peek, you can look at your classmate's paper, decide if you want to go with their answer or not. With a copy, you have to take the answer they've written down. And you have one save, which means if you answer incorrectly, but your classmate at the podium is right, you get the money, we keep playing, okay?
All right.
What you thinking, Steve?
Well, I am thinking if it's going 40 miles an hour, you got in 4 hours, it's going to go 160 miles. That leaves 30 miles left, which is 30 over 40, which is 3/4, and that is 45 minutes. So I am going to say 4 hours and 45 minutes.
Question is, if a car is traveling at 40 miles per hour, how long will it take to go 190 miles? You said 4 hours and 45 minutes. The captain of the math club is absolutely right. You got $1,000, Steve. All right, Steve, you got $1,000. Pick another subject. Let's turn it into $2,000.
All right. Oh, boy. What do you think, Kyle?
Now, you like animal science, right?
Yeah, I like animal science. Yeah.
You like animal science? All right, let's go with first grade animal science.
First grade animal science. Steve, here is the $2,000 question. True or false? The following picture is an image of a dinosaur called the Tyrannosaurus Rex. True or false? The following picture is an image of a dinosaur called the Tyrannosaurus Rex. True or false? Kyle just locked in his answer. What are you thinking?
I'm going to say false. That is not a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Here's what your classmate Kyle said. He said false. You're both right. You got $2,000, Steve. All righty, Kyle's got to return to the classroom. They can only help you 2 questions at a time. So, all right, Steve, you got to pick another classmate. Let's play for $5,000.
I'm going to go with Jacob.
Jacob, come up here.
All right, Jacob. Yeah, let's do it, buddy.
All right, Jacob, we've got 8 subjects on the board. If you had to pick your 2 best, what would you say?
Probably life science and U.S. history.
U.S. history is a 5th grade question, Steve.
Yeah, Jacob, I think I'm going to start a little bit lower on the scale. We're going to go with first grade English.
First grade English. Here is the $5,000 question. How many nouns are in the following sentence? The rabbit ran to the cafeteria and ate a big salad. How many nouns are in the following sentence? The rabbit ran to the cafeteria and ate a big salad. Jacob has locked in his answer.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at that, break that down. The rabbit is a noun. It ran to the cafeteria. Person, place, or thing is a noun, right?
Okay.
So I am going to say that there are 3 nouns in the following sentence.
Steve, let me ask you a question. How many nouns are in the following sentence? Steve has $5,000. We're going to be playing for $10,000 when we come back. Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Our contestant, Steve Nalepa, has got $5,000. We're about to play for $10,000. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm pretty good. I'm a little nervous, but
Are you?
doing
Now,
all right.
so somebody that graduated from Yale is a little bit nervous in the 5th grade classroom.
Oh, you betcha.
Okay, well, you have 7 subjects left on the board. Pick one of them, and let's turn 5,000 into 10,000, Steve.
All right, let's see. All right, how about 3rd grade measurements?
3rd grade measurements. You ready?
I'm ready.
For
Let's do this.
$10,000, Steve, here's the question. What unit of measurement is abbreviated OZ? What unit of measurement is abbreviated OZ? Jacob has locked in his answer. What you thinking?
Well, I am thinking that that could be only one thing, and that is the ounce. I'm gonna say ounce.
Really? Well, let's see what the class said. We haven't gotten around to spelling yet in the class, all right?
I like Spencer's. That's good for the art one.
You're right. You got $10,000. Jacob has got to return to the classroom. They can only help you 2 questions at a time. Nice work, Jacob. Steve, pick another classmate.
Oh. I think I'm going to go with Marky.
Marky,
You have
come
a
on
hand
up here.
first. Yay, Marky, let's do this.
All right. Hello, Marky.
Hello, Jeff.
This is an important question, Steve,
is
because up until this point, if you'd flunked out of school, you would have walked out of here with nothing. You get this question right, the worst you can walk away here with is $25,000. Marky,
Yes.
we have 6 subjects left. If you had to pick 2 of them to help Steve with, what would you say?
Life science and health.
Life science and health, 2nd and 3rd grade.
Oh, boy.
But it's up to you, Steve.
Well, I think I'm going to go with 2nd grade health.
2nd grade health. The $25,000 question is, true or false, the human shoulder is a ball and socket joint? True or false, the human shoulder is a ball and socket joint? Marky's locked in. You look like one of the extras from All That Jazz, Steve. What are you thinking?
I am going to say that the human shoulder is, in fact, a ball and socket joint, and that is true. And hopefully she'll save me if I'm wrong.
The class is not unanimous in their answer. You need a shoulder to cry on here? All right, let's see for the heck of it. If you're wrong, does Marky have the capability of saving you? You said true. She said true. If it's not true, she can't save you and you're out of here. Thank God it's true. You got $25,000. The shoulder is a ball and socket joint.
Woo! Yeah! All right, you guys.
Steve, we're playing for $50,000. It's no lose. It's no lose. You have $25,000. Even if you miss the question, you're leaving with $25,000.
Woo!
You think you're gonna make it to $1 million?
We're gonna do it, Jeff. We're gonna do it.
Okay. Well, you've got both your cheats left. You've got your saves left. Pick another subject. Let's go for 50, Steve.
You said life science, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go with 3rd grade life science.
3rd grade life science. The $50,000 question is coming up when we come back. Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Our contestant, Steve Nalepa, has got $25,000. We are about to play for $50,000. You selected 3rd grade life science. You ready to see the question?
Yes.
Steve, the $50,000 question is, which one of these is a mammal? A seahorse, a sea lion, or a sea urchin? Which one of these is a mammal? Seahorse, sea lion, sea urchin? Your classmate Marky has locked in.
Whew. Well,
Seahorse, sea lion, sea urchin, sea 50 grand.
I see a lot of C's. Well, I know the sea urchin, that's a little bit of a, I'm not feeling the sea urchin. The seahorse, The sea lion is the biggest of all of them, and I think I'm gonna go with sea lion. Clearly I'm very nervous here, but I'm gonna stick with that sea lion. B.
The sea lion is a mammal. You've got $50,000. Steve, I want you to tell me what we're about to play for. Look on that board.
$100,000.
$100,000. Here's the good news. You have both your cheats left. You've got your peek and your copy and your save. We have 4 subjects left on the board.
Woo.
This is the farthest anybody has gone on this show without cheating.
Whoa.
Steve, pick another classmate.
Oh boy, I'm gonna go with Alana.
Alana.
Woo!
Hey, Alana.
Hello.
Now we got a 2nd grade, a 4th grade, and 2 5th grade questions up there. If you had to help Mr. Steve with 2 of them, which ones would you pick?
I don't even think he needs my help.
Wow.
Well, I'm saying because he's smart.
Yeah, he is smart.
Well, I definitely need your help. So, what are your favorites?
World geography and social studies.
World geography and social studies, 2nd grade and 4th grade.
Well, that's good. Let's go with 2nd grade world geography.
2nd grade world geography. Steve, for $100,000, here is the question. Which continent is the least populated? Which continent is the least populated? Alana has locked in. What do we know about continents, Steve?
Well, we know there are 7 of them, and we are here in North America, and that is certainly not the least populated. I'm gonna have to say that the least populated continent is Antarctica. A lot of money.
It is a lot of money. Your bank account just got more populated. You got $100,000. Steve, we're playing for $175,000. All right, now, before the show, you told our producers that if you got to the $300,000 level, that you had a special dance that you would do for us.
I will bust a backspin right there if I
All
get
right.
I was in a breakdance crew back when 5th grade. There we go, past the break.
Three subjects, Steve. Which one do you want?
We're gonna go with 4th grade social studies.
4th grade social studies. Now, we are in serious money territory. Do not answer too quickly. Remember, you have 2 cheats left. Your peek and your copy. You've got your save left. $100,000 on the line.
Whew.
The $175,000 question is, since the late 1930s, what calendar date has been designated for the inauguration of a United States president? Since the late 1930s, What calendar date has been designated for the inauguration of a United States president? Alana just locked in.
Oh boy.
Remember, you got both your cheats. You could peek at your classmate's paper, you could copy her paper, but that means you must take the answer she has written down. Or if you guess incorrectly and your classmate at the podium has the right answer, they can save you. Steve, this is the first time I've seen you look a little worried.
Oh,
That is not a confidence builder.
oh boy.
What does that mean at Yale?
Well, I know it's in January. Oh, man.
A few guys that went to Yale have been inaugurated.
Indeed. Indeed.
Do you know what date that happened on?
Oh, man. Oh, boy. This is pretty nerve-wracking, I gotta say. Well, I think I am going to use my peak.
Peek. Alana, your 9-year-old classmate, Mr. Yale, said January 20th.
You know,
She's only been alive for 2 presidents.
it's true, and you know, the funny thing is that that was my first reaction. That is my mother and my aunt's birthday, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Seeing as Alana has confirmed my suspicions, I am going to go with January 20th.
So you finally cheated.
Oh, man.
Were there any other dates you were thinking of besides January 20th?
I was thinking January 21st, but
See, if you had said January 21st, you would have been wrong. Because the right answer is January 20th. You got $175,000. We are going to be playing for $300,000 right after this. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Our contestant, Steve Nalepa, has got $175,000. We're about to play for $300,000. You're excited about winning $300,000. I'm excited because you said if you win $300,000, you're going to break dance for us right here on this show. We are down to 2 subjects. Your classmate Alana has got to return to the classroom. You are down to your last classmate.
all right.
All right, Spencer, come up here. You have 1 cheat left. You have your copy. You've got your save remaining. You've got 2 subjects. What do you want to do?
Oh, boy. I'm going to go with 5th grade astronomy. And
5th grade astronomy. Steve, the $300,000 question is, in the initials of the federal agency known as NASA, what word does the first A stand for? In the initials of the federal agency known as NASA, what word does the first A stand for? Classmate Spencer has locked in. Wow.
Well,
Were you a space junkie growing up?
you know, we did go down and visit Cape Canaveral at one point.
Did you? Don't answer too quickly, okay?
Don't worry about
Steve,
that.
you can walk out of here right now with $175,000. That's a lot of money. I want to see you get this question right because I really want to see you break dance.
You know...
You've got a copy left, you've got a save left. What are you thinking before we do anything? What are you thinking?
Well, I am thinking that it's the N is the national, and I'm thinking there's two A's, and one of them is aeronautic, and the other one is agency, and the S is for space. So I'm thinking that it's the National Aeronautic and Space Agency, and I'm also hoping that my save will come in handy if I get this wrong. But I don't think I'm gonna get it wrong. I'm gonna go with that first A stands for aeronautic.
Steve, you said NASA stands for National Aeronautic Space Agency. Aeronautics. Wow. Let's see what your classmate Spencer said. American. Did that pop into your head at all?
That could be the North American Space Agency. Oh boy.
I'll tell you this, Steve. The second A does not stand for agency. It stands for administration.
Oh.
How you feeling now?
I'm feeling like it really doesn't matter what the second A stands for. And I'm really hoping that that first one stands for what I said. Oh.
Now, this guy helped you out before. Make you feel any better to see what he said?
Oh, anything would make me feel better right now.
Jacob said, alliance. Alliance. You weren't even thinking alliance, were you?
Oh, nope. I was not thinking alliance.
I was thinking that it was aerospace. Did that pop into your mind?
Oh. Yeah.
I'd take that as a no.
Well, if it was aerospace, this S would be kind of useless there, huh? Oh, I'm just gonna hope that it's right.
I'll tell you this. Jacob is wrong.
That's good, that's good. Not that I wish you did not be right, but...
More importantly, because Jacob couldn't do you any good, this guy has the chance of saving you. He's wrong. I thought it was aerospace, and I was wrong.
You're gonna make me sweat, aren't you?
No, I'm just itching to see you break dance because you got $300,000. Our contestant, Steve Nalepa, has got $300,000. We have one subject left on the board. Now, you just busted a move for us with a little break dance.
Oh, man.
You're going to do the worm if we get up to $500,000?
Why not?
Why not? You still have your copy left. You still have your save left. We're in thin air up here. We don't get this high very often.
Oh, man.
You ready to see the $500,000 question?
Let's bring it on. Let's do it.
The $500,000 question is, what revolutionary leader wrote the influential pamphlet Common Sense in 1776? What revolutionary leader wrote the influential pamphlet Common Sense in 1776? Spencer has locked in.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Let me remind you, you've got a copy left. He answered quickly. You've got a save left. Meaning if you answer wrong, but Spencer has the right answer, he can save you. You can go home right now. You can drop out of this little 5th grade class. I know you graduated Yale. You can drop out of this 5th grade class with $300,000 right now.
That's a lot of money.
Might be a little bit embarrassing for your alma mater. $300,000, pretty good payday.
That is true. Ah, boy, well.
What are you thinking? Do you know Revolutionary War history?
Well, similar to the Inauguration Day question, something popped into my head right away.
What popped into your head?
Thomas Paine popped into my head.
I'm glad you didn't say January 20th.
That's true. But, oh boy.
You've got a copy left. You got a save left, or you can take $300,000 that is in your pocket right now. When you got up this morning, did you think you'd be making these kind of decisions today?
Oh man,
Not knowing that a few hours later, you were going to have almost $250,000 in your bank account.
well.
You've answered 9 of the 10 questions on the board.
Oh boy.
You answer this right, we are looking at the $1 million question.
You know,
We have not had anyone win $1 million on this show yet. I
A lot
want
of
to
money.
give it away to somebody that can break dance.
oh. Well,
But, the thing that makes me feel the worst on this show is to see somebody drop down to 25,000 from this high up the ladder.
that is definitely a big drop,
That's a big drop. Right now,
but it's more than I started with. And, you know, it wouldn't be any fun if I just drop out now, would it? All right, Jeff, I'm gonna be pretty daring here, and I'm gonna trust that Spencer will come in and save me. I'm gonna go with Thomas Paine. Oh boy.
these guys are all in the 5th grade.
That's it.
Let's take a little stroll. What did Alana say? George Washington.
Good old George.
Did that occur to you as a possibility?
No, he was too busy being a general.
Too busy to run to Kinko's and make some pamphlets?
you know, he did chop down a cherry tree.
He had a lot of common sense. She's in the 5th grade. Let's see what Marky said. George Washington.
Oh.
She's in the 5th grade. Let's see what Jacob said. Jacob said George Washington.
They all like George Washington.
Let's see what Kyle said. Kyle's in the 5th grade.
Come on, Kyle.
Washington.
Well, he was around in 1776.
I think he was around in 1776. Steve, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm pretty nervous, Jeff. But I'm still...
You want to see what Spencer said?
Oh,
I mean,
I
so
would
far they're
love
unanimous.
to see what Spencer said.
What do you think he said? If you had to guess right now.
Well, everyone else is going with George Washington.
Everybody but you.
Everybody but me, it's true. Well, he's either going with Thomas Paine or George Washington.
For $500,000, what revolutionary leader wrote the influential pamphlet Common Sense in 1776? Spencer said Thomas Paine, so he can't save you. You know what? He doesn't have to, because the correct answer is Thomas Paine! Contestant Steve Nalepa has $500,000. We have seen him break dance. We have seen him do the worm. What would you do for $1 million?
I think I'm gonna faint.
Faint. That might be fun to watch too. Steve, listen carefully. Up until this point, you had the opportunity to see every question before you decided if you were going to drop out of school or not. On the $1 million question, you may not use your cheats. You may not have the assistance of your classmates. I can show you the subject, but once I show you the question, you have to answer it, okay? You want to see the subject?
Please.
You want $1 million?
I would love $1 million.
That's kind of a stupid question, isn't it? Do you want $1 million?
No judgment.
How many people here would like $1 million? Steve, the subject for the $1 million question is 5th grade astronomy.
Woo.
Do not touch this button yet. You won $300,000 on a 5th grade astronomy question just a few minutes ago.
I can't even remember what that question was at this point.
Remember about NASA?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That got me a front row ticket to a break dance. And you could be the first millionaire on this show. You could be the first person that did not have to look into that camera and say, I am not smarter than a 5th grader. We are as high up in this game as you can go. Only 2 other players have reached this level. There was Alex, the professional poker player, who saw the subject and decided to fold.
Calling it quits at 500,000. You lock it in?
Turns out he knew the answer. Who was the first U.S. Secretary of the Treasury?
Alexander Hamilton.
That's right. You would have made $1 million. We had John, a helicopter pilot, who also dropped out with $500,000.
I'm dropping out of school, Jeff.
And if he had taken the $1 million question, he would have dropped to $25,000 because he did not know the answer. John Zoe, you have got $500,000.
Oh, that sure is a lot of money.
You know what? These guys have been rooting for you the whole time. What do y'all think?
Jeff, I'm gonna go for it.
You want to lock that in? We are playing for $1 million next time on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Next time on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? One question.
Oh, boy.
One answer. $1 million. For the first time ever in fifth grader history, the $1 million challenge will be taken.
Jeff, I'm gonna go for it.
But will Steve have the $1 million answer?
I'm ready.
Don't miss the unforgettable conclusion on the next episode of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?